How are you all doing? This is Alistair from Desire to Inspire, to do with mental health awareness. Today's topic is just really basically I want to talk to you about how I've been paying attention recently to about what's going on in the world around us, and too often, I don't know about yourself, but too often, like me, I turn on the news, and more often than not, it's always negative news. It's always like there's been a stabbing down in London, or something to do with Brexit. And whenever the news is on, right, the news, it's always the long piece of news that's always on, and it's always on for the longest period of time, is always the negative things. So when that negative thing's always on, that creates a negative spiral, and it creates a negative spiral from the TV, but also that projects out from the television onto us human beings, and then that puts us in a negative mind and a negative mindset, and we don't need to be in a negative mind and a negative mindset. And it's like 9 times out of 10, like I say, the main bulk of the news will be taken up by negative. And the people that actually realise that this negative spiral is affecting us in everyday life, it's almost like people just don't seem to care anymore. It's more like there's a selfish approach going on in the world today, and people are only bothered about themselves. Like, neighbours used to talk to each other's neighbours, used to go around and have a chat, or you see them chatting in the street. When was the last time that happened? It's like people will go home, they'll come home from work, shut the door and draw the curtains, and then that'll be it. And that'll be that. It's like we're isolating ourselves away from the community and like everyone else. It's like everyone's like individual, and like we don't need to be like that. And it's almost like when was the last time basically socialised outside work with your work colleagues? And people are like, oh no, I'm not doing that. Work stays at work. Socialising, we don't do that. You're my work colleagues. I have friends outside work, but that's not you. But that's not how we treat people, is it? And like your friends and the family. When was the last time you had a major big gathering together of all of you? You know. When was the last time? And people will say, they lead busy lives, you don't have time for things like that. Well, I've got news for you, right? The fact is, yeah, people aren't busy all the time, and if people want to make time for you, they really will. And it's like we're isolating ourselves from everyone, but not just everyone. It's like we're putting each other in individual boxes. It's like box 1 will be for all the family, box 2 will be for work, box 3 will be for your friends, box 4 for your relationships, and box 5 will be neighbours and the community itself. And it's almost like these boxes, they can't come together. It's almost like everyone's got to be in a separate box. And it's almost like these boxes can't be merged together as one big box in case there's tension, arguments, fights, people getting upset, misunderstandings, miscommunication, judged, things like that. But then they don't think about that these positive boxes, these boxes where we put each other's in boxes, can also be a positive, when they can be laughter, love, smiling, helping each other, growth, understanding, kind, caring, supportive. Where has all that gone? It's disappeared. And it doesn't need to disappear. And we, like I said, we choose for everyone to be kept in a box, and occasionally open the box, take them out, have a play with them, and put them back. And we as a society, we've changed that much. We've almost like let go of our true identity to please others, or fall in sync, or the same pattern like everyone else. And because of the pressure of social media, TV, magazines, to look a certain way, or to have, it's all about having that social status just to look good. I feel like half of the population right now is in negative mourning and sad because of all the negative stuff that's been going on around in the world, and almost feels like the world is literally on its ass, and it's only going to get worse if something's not done about it soon. Like, there's loads of people doing amazing stuff every day at work, in schools, doing things for charity. I would rather see them and get that recognition that they deserve than listen to other negative pieces of news, because when it does, it puts people in a negative spiral around us. It's not needed. I went through my own local town on Sunday and saw North Bridge. Saw all the messages stop people from jumping. Brilliant idea. Like, I don't condone that at all. The only thing is, like, the messages like are really small. Like, when someone's in that headspace and they want to jump, they're not going to go around individually reading all the messages. It's almost like it needs to be created bigger. Like, bigger is better. And also, it's almost like when they're in that headspace, it's almost like just write a couple of words, because less is more. Because then it's not too overbearing for them. And it's almost like, and then I went past the bus station and doing the kitchen for the homeless, serving food and drinks, things like that should be in the news. Positive news like that should get recognition, that should be in the news, that promotes positivity. That is what we want to see going on in the world, and we need to see more of it. Not this negative spiral, not all the stuff going on with Brexit, 'cause people are sick of hearing about it. We're going to break again to make a decision. Yes, I get it's important, but like, are we doing enough as a community? Are we allowed our society to unravel and become that bad that everyone's living in isolation and away from each other, that they don't realise that we've actually created the situation ourselves when we don't need to? And what we could do, and we could make it so much better. And it's almost like when you see people, things like this, and doing amazing things, it's almost like we appreciate more of what we already have in our lives, or what we already have that we've got right at our fingertips. And even if the things that we haven't got at our fingertips, it doesn't matter, because in time they will come. But as a whole, I feel like we need to go back to basics, and everyone come out of isolation, be free, live in fear, love yourself, project that out, stop putting people in boxes, share everyone together with each other. Should not matter what others may think or say or feel. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but everyone is entitled to having their own voice, the freedom to speak their mind and say how they're feeling, not it being expressed by others. You should make that feeling yourself. And like I say, boxes are for objects, books, old things, shoes. Humans should not be treated like this. We should not be put in a box, and we should certainly not be isolated. Like, stamp on these boxes if you need to. Everyone is either together or not at all. Share your family, share your friends, relationships, co-workers, neighbours, community. Come out of isolation, bring everyone together, reunite as one. Be proud of our togetherness, one that cares about each and every one of us, and bring ourselves back together as a community. But like I say, we need to come out of that negative spiral, promote that positivity, not just through myself, through everyone else and each an individual one. Set yourself goals. Write down what you're grateful for already in life. That's great. Write down what you can do. Write down what you can do better tomorrow. Do it, and you will feel so much better. But like I say, we've got to get out of living in that codependency, that isolation, that selfishness, where everything is just about that individuals, just about, it's not right. We shouldn't live like this in a community, and we need to come back together and galvanise as one. It's almost like, say, like a box of Quality Streets, and all the toffee pennies are left over, and it's like, oh, no one wants them, shove them to the side. Again, isolation. We don't need to be in isolation. It's really important that us as a community, as a whole, as a population, we come together and reunite as one. and come back together as a society. Come back together to what we were put here on earth. To drive people, to show that passion, to show that commitment, to show that love out there and understanding to everyone you might bump into and meet. Change people's lives. Make a difference. It's what it's about. Don't live in fear of it. Don't think, oh, I dare do that. Why not? What's the worst that's going to happen? You don't know or won't get anywhere in life if you don't try. Push yourself. Push yourself. You can fulfill your dreams if you push yourself and believe in it. Like I said, believe it to achieve it. You know, where we've been helping recently, one of their quote of the week is about believing in it. It just so happens I've been doing a load of that, you know. But main important stuff is to come out of that isolation, be free, love yourself, project that out to everyone and anyone, and start, you know, showing that support, that care, that love as a community, as friends, as family, as in relationships. It's not about individuals. It's not about me. It's not about what's just for you. It's about others. And not only is it about others, because if it's not about others, it's like people don't realise that actions, reactions, thoughts, feelings, things like that have massive effect on everyone else around you. So people need to remember that. Okay, it's been a long one, bloggers. Love you all lots and speak to you soon. Bye.